It's Dr. Trish Leigh back to look at some relative amplitudes of all of the brain speeds at different locations across our home brain map from Leigh Brain and Spine and drtrishleigh.com. Okay, so what we are looking at here are all of the brain speeds that we've talked about through the rest of the videos that you've already viewed. Delta, we haven't really explored delta. Delta is the slowest of the speeds, and it is used to keep you in sleep. So we talked about theta, which is next door, and they're not labeled, but you can follow along with me, hopefully. Next door is theta, slow speed. Alpha, and this is slow alpha. We have alpha, which would be a combination of slow alpha and fast alpha. Then we have low beta, which is perfect processing speed. It's a little bit slower version of beta. Beta is very fast speed. And lastly, we have a speed that we have not talked about, which is gamma. And gamma is epiphany speed. This is the speed that you have literally the one time in your life when you had the most amazing idea. Gamma is usually struck high and you have an inspirational thought. And you can see I was not having an inspirational thought during this brain map. What I was having was pretty consistent use of the speeds in my brain. So they're all on top of each other, basically, in the eyes open, the eyes closed, and under task. So you can see for beta and for the alphas and low beta that the black line under task, and this is in the central area, and we'll just talk about this as kind of a global pattern. When my brain had to go to task, my thinking speeds kicked it up, and my sleepy speeds kicked it down just a little bit. And that's what your brain needs to do for focus. Now, for someone with ADHD, these would not kick down and these would not kick up. Theta would be high, beta would be lower. It would make it difficult for you to focus. But you can see how basically across these different conditions, my brain speeds are being used consistently in different environments and pretty consistently across the board. Those are markers of neurological regulation, which then carries over into the world as ability to self-regulate for me to be able to focus, to be able to attend, to not feel overly anxious, to be able to be calm and focused. In the frontal lobe, we see a very similar pattern across all of the speeds. And similar in eyes open and eyes closed. If you remember back from the alpha performance markers, what would be a healthier version, and the goal for me is to have more alpha increase in the eyes closed condition. Have the purple line be a little bit higher in these alpha speeds right here in the middle. But we can see that they're pretty regulated for the most part, which is good. Now in frontal left, we have F3 frontal left, F4 is frontal right. This is my frontal lobe. You can see we actually see more increase in the frontal lobe of alpha when my eyes close, which means that my frontal lobe was able to relax and help it to be able to recover. But in the central locations, that wasn't happening as much as we would like to see. But again, pretty consistent use and better profile here with more alpha use in the frontal lobe with the eyes closed. Posterior, we have a little bit more of the alpha being used when I close my eyes, but again, consistent use of the brain speeds across the board. That's how we use relative amplitude. And they're being used at a nice percentage, which shows me that power is intact across the board for my brain performance pattern. If power was low, that might be indicative of emotional or physical trauma. And trauma would include physically a mild traumatic brain injury, a concussion, anything like that. Okay, so that wraps up this series on the home brain map that we offer, and it is just awesome for our Brain Shift program. This is a picture of me wearing the MuseCom headband, and this is what it looks like. The brain map is performed using this simple device, and we connect a sensor out of the right portal right here that goes up by your right ear. The sensor comes out and we're able to move it to those different locations so we can get readings in all the areas that we need to be able to put together your brain health performance profile. And you can see how much information you get from that. And like I told you, the information shows up on your phone for you immediately, but then you already have an appointment scheduled with me, hopefully for as soon as possible, so we can get on Zoom And I can walk you through all of those parameters for yourself. You'll know the areas of strength in your brain, and with your own eyes, you will see the areas of weakness, and it always matches up. 99.9% of the time, it matches up to the experience that the person is having. People test me all the time. Someone tested me yesterday, and this brain map always passes the test. It's very reflective of the experience that you're having. What it does for us is, then I know exactly how to use home neurofeedback to train your brain in the right direction. And please check out my playlist series on home neurofeedback program so you can see how home neurofeedback is used, how you can use it to be able to train your brain to make more of perfect processing speed in the middle, alpha, low alpha, faster alpha, low beta, and to be able to bring down the use of theta, bring down the use of high beta, and to balance that symmetry so you can feel and perform better. Okay, now please email me at info@drtrishleigh.com if you have any questions, and we can jump on a Zoom and have a quick chat about your particular condition or situation or whatever you're dealing with, because I am here to help you through this process. It would be my honor. Okay, thanks for watching the series. Look for more videos to come because I will be adding them, showing you what the ADHD brain pattern looks like, the anxiety brain pattern, and lots more. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and to sign up for the notifications so that you get those videos right in your inbox. Okay, remember, control your brain or it'll control you.